Hello everyone. So if you watched the last video, you'll know I'm in the same setup. If you didn't, you do know now. So last video I did my morning and night routine, where I did the Mary Kay Timewise 3D, which it does have a little bit of age minimized stuff in it that I didn't say in the last one, but it does kind of help if you want to try to like keep your skin tight or whatever throughout the aging process. Sorry, my dog's doing something downstairs. But I used the Timewise 3D set with the cleanser, moisturizer, eye cream, did the satin lip set with the scrub and then the lip balm, and I used satin hands. Hey, my dog came upstairs. With the protecting scrub, and then the protecting stuff, the scrub, and then the moisturizer. Sorry, I'm spacing on things. But in this video, we're going to be playing with some of the makeup that I got. So we're going to start off with kind of the CC cream, which I've used once before. It's just kind of like a tinted moisturizer. And this has sunscreen in it too. The last time I used it, it didn't give me a burning feeling, so we're gonna hope that it doesn't today. Okay, just trying to see directions and stuff and everything. But if you didn't watch my last video, I'm sensitive to sunscreen on my face. Been that way basically my whole life. So whenever I put sunscreen on my face, it can sometimes give it a little bit of a burning sensation, and that's just kind of my life in a nutshell. Some brands seem to be okay, and I've been okay with it over the years. Some of them kind of like change as well, and other ones have just been, well, no, I don't think I've found any that I've been able to wear like all the time. There was a foundation that had sunscreen in it that I was able to use before, but whenever I went to the beach, for some reason, like the different location, like I put it on in the hotel room without any sun exposure, and it was like we got in the night before, got up the next morning, put on my foundation because I knew it had sunscreen in it so that hopefully I wouldn't burn at the beach all day. And then before we even left the hotel room, my skin felt like it was burning, and then it kind of burnt for the rest of the day, where we then went from out into like the sun. So I'm just rubbing this in with my fingers because I don't have their applicator brush thing. And my skin is really red, and it gets red whenever I rub it, so me rubbing it in is making my skin a little bit red. But we're just gonna do kind of like simple thin layer, and I'm just looking at the mirror that's behind my phone so that I can see that I'm kind of hitting all the spots that I need to hit. And I just realized that I do not have an eye primer, which I didn't use a face primer, because our face primer also has sunscreen in it, so I don't want to put too much in it, and also I don't have any of it. Like, I have some in my inventory to sell, but I don't have any for me to like use, and so I just use the moisturizer and stuff to do it because that's just how I am. So now I'm just gonna kind of rinse the CC cream or tinted moisturizer off of my fingers, and my headband's slipping, so that's just gonna happen in this video. But I'm going to pause the video and go and get my eye cream before we go any not eye cream, my eye primer before we go into any more of this. Okay, I'm back. I got my eye primer, which I don't always use this one because usually I use like a, man, I'm really blanking on words. A concealer, and I use that kind of as a primer, but since I'm not concealing my eyes, I'm just going to be using my Maybelline Master Prime primer, which I think it's just like a face primer, but I'm going to use it on my eyes. So, just going to get a little bit of that out. And then just kind of put it on the eyelids. And this is just going to help the eyeshadow that I'm going to put on in a little bit to just kind of stay in place and last longer throughout the day. And Mary Kay does have an eye primer. I don't have any of it whatsoever in stock. But I can order some. So just gonna kind of let that dry a little bit and go over some of the stuff. So I've used their Mary Kay waterproof, which is out of the box. I have another, it's mascara. I have another mascara that's still in the box because I haven't used it yet, which is what like a lot of the products are, like they're still in their container. I have a palette to put my like eyeshadows and blush in. I don't know why I was still holding that up. But this all came in like a neutral lookbook that I got. Lookbook set or something like that. But I really like this one because it lasts like up to 3 days and I can leave it on my eyes the entire time if I'm just doing a only mascara look, which isn't necessarily good, but so this one doesn't cause any eye irritation. My eyes don't swell if I accidentally sleep in it. Like if I just go for a mascara look and then forget about it or go out to the club or something, get too drunk to take it off, or stay out too late and I get too sleepy to where I'm like, all I have is mascara on, I'm not gonna take it off. Then it doesn't cause my eyes to like swell up or get sore or anything like other ones do. So I would usually put this one on first because it doesn't have a lot of volume or anything to it, which you guys will see whenever I put it on. But I usually use it as like my base, and then I'll put like one that's a little bit better on top of it. But we're gonna see how well the Lash Love mascara from Mary Kay does to layer on top of that. But yeah, so this is dry now. We're going to get into our eyeshadow shades, open them up, and then I'll show them to you once I have them open. Ooh, that one popped out. Okay. Are they not secure? I mean, they're in there securely before you open it. Like, the other one I'm not having a problem with, but this one seems to not want to stay in there. So these are the 3 eye shades that I got. Hopefully the light one doesn't fall out again. Because the other ones seem like securely in there, but that one wanted to pop out. So starting with the light shade, that one's Sandcastle. Middle one is Cinnabar. And let me move my hand. This one is Espresso. And it came in that neutral kit. I couldn't grab it. So this one is the blush called Hot Coral, which is going to fall out. But it did not break, it just got wet. So, okay. So noted, these are not made to just hold up to camera like that. You want to open them up and then probably put them into a thing. I'm just going to dab this a little bit. And it's orange, so that scares me a little bit. But it came out kind of like a pinky orange. I don't know if you can see on the toilet paper that I'm using to dab out the wetness. But I don't know if that's gonna show up. It's more pink than it is orange, which kind of makes me feel a little bit better. But then also, I got this in the set, which is like a perfect palette, which I think is like their medium. They have like a petite, and then they have another one. And that's just kind of what it looks like. And you open it up, you're gonna see my setup. There's a mirror, and then there's like 2 spots. I think, I don't know how well. Ooh, yeah, okay, so it's magnetic. So it just kind of like pops in there. So I'm just gonna set that up and make it look all good. Probably should have done it off camera, but I'll show you how kind of like the last one goes in there. It just kind of like pops in there. So I have like the lookbook for this and this one side, and I can put like another color look. Or I could do like all eyeshadows on this side, and then my blushes, and I think they have highlighters, but I didn't get a highlighter with this one. And then I think they have like a temporary bronzing, like 2 bronzers right now or something. But yeah, so this is just magnetic. It just kind of like pops right in there, and you can shut it. Makes for a cute little palette that you can custom make with their different shades on their site. So it also came with these little applicators, but I'm not going to use them. So I'm going to try to find clean brushes that I have amongst all of the dirty ones. And if I can find some clean ones, then we can do our makeup. Well, they're not my go-to brushes. Clearly, because my go-to brushes are dirty, which I need to clean now. But I am finding some, so that is at least a plus. That I can probably clean a little bit and use. Well, yeah, that stuff coming out of it too. That should be good. Yeah, okay. Probably should have had this set up before, but I did not. Yeah, these ones are all nice and clean. Okay. So I'm going to start with the lighter brown and kind of like this area right here, and then work out to like the darker, because you kind of want like the lighter shade in the center, and then kind of like a medium transition shade and stuff. So actually, yeah, we'll do that. That'll work. Okay, so I'm just gonna dip into Cinnabar, I think is what I said that was. Yeah, Cinnabar, and then like darker shade is Espresso. So we'll try to remember that. Okay, yeah. Just going to do that. Tap off the excess. Look at the. I can look at this mirror actually. This is not a brush that I should be using to apply this, but we're using it, so whatever. Just gonna kind of do it center-ish. Dip back in for a little bit more. And there's not a whole lot of fallout. Like, I don't know if you could see that whenever I dipped into it, and it's very kind of like, it's subtle, so like it looks a whole lot darker there, but it's not super dark on the lid, which I'm sure you could build it up and make it darker if you wanted. That makes me feel a little bit better because Espresso looks almost black. Kind of like coffee, or like an espresso shot. I think. I don't drink coffee, so you have to help me with that one. But, so like, there was no fallout on that one. Like, nothing came out of the brush. So the fallout's really good. with the fact that there isn't any, which makes me feel really good about this because I have only used their eyeshadows once, and it was at like a party, like a one-on-one party that I did with another American consultant before I became one. And I used my fingers to apply it because she didn't have, I don't think she had any brushes on her. Which it wasn't bad, it just, like you can use your finger to apply it. I just feel like I can't blend it or do as much when I don't have a brush. I'm just gonna dip back into that. Try to make our eyes a little bit even. Which I always suck at, like one eye is always slightly different from the other one. I think I made this one too dark. So excuse this super long video that would probably be shorter if I was doing it on my own. So I'm just taking a fluffy brush to kind of like blend out the eyeshadow that I put on so that there's no harsh edges and that it kind of like blends up. And I'm just looking in the mirror behind the phone whenever I look up. Okay, so that did that one. I'm going to actually take the same brush and just kind of clean it off of my hand as best I can. And then I'm going to dip into espresso. I think there's a little bit of fallout there. Just kind of test that out on my hand, which I didn't see any of it show. Okay, there we go. It's kind of like a darker brown, which is expected of this look because it's a neutral look. And then I'm gonna kind of put it in the corner, the outer corner of her eye, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Just kind of dab a little bit in. And there is more fallout on this one, but from my understanding of it, that's kind of how makeup is with some of the darker shades. Sorry, I didn't mean to hide you guys, and I definitely messed up. I'm trying to do it from this angle. But we're just gonna fix that the best we can. And then we're going to take our fluffy brush again and kind of get rid of any harsh lines. Bring that over. Try to blend it out the best we can. And this brush could definitely be fluffier. So I probably should have chosen a better blending brush, but it is what it is. Kind of bring it out, soften that up. And this does soften and blend pretty easily. Okay, I'm just going to take this brush and go back in with Cinnabar and try to blend out the harsh line between the light and the dark. Which doesn't do a whole lot. Just because they are a little bit of a different shade. Try to help soften that out a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to take this brush And we are going to dip into Sandcastle, which is the light shade. And this video is turning really, really long. We're just gonna put it right there into our corner. Kind of lighten up the eye the best we can. Okay, that's just, I think, just gonna be our eye look for today. I feel like this part needs to be a little bit blended a little bit better. So I feel like on this eye it's not as bad. This one, I made a harsh line. We're just gonna try to blend that out and hopefully make it not as harsh. I think it's maybe still a little bit harsh, but at this point, whatever. It looks decently good. Okay. So now we're going to do a little bit of blush. So I don't have any contour, so we'll just kind of like keep this, I guess, a little bit natural and just do some blush, which I just have a Morphe brush. I'm just gonna dip into that shade and try to go subtle. We're gonna see how much pigment comes off on this. Which it does kind of, I don't know if you can tell, I don't have the best lighting, but it is decently pigmented. So we're gonna blot it on my hand first, and then blot a little bit, which still came out with a lot. But my cheeks are already pretty red, so I don't really need much blush. But this is definitely pigmented. So if you want that rosy look, this is definitely it. I'm just gonna try to find something that I can blend it out a little bit better with. There we go, fluffy brush. We're just gonna kind of try to blend it so that it's not as harsh. Just because my cheeks are very red naturally, and I honestly don't really need blush unless I'm doing like a super matte foundation. Okay, so we're just going to set that aside and move on to the eyes, which we have eyeliner, which I suck at, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna do, but it did come with an eyeliner. But I think I'm gonna keep it more like natural, and we're gonna move on to the mascara. So I'm going to use this one and then this one. I'm going to take out of the box, and I'm trying to like rush this a little bit more because we're already at like 24 minutes. So this one is the Love Lash, and this one is the Love Lash Waterproof Mascara. So just going to do the waterproof one first because I like using it as my base. So is that? Okay, so it does like a little bit. I'll get a little bit closer. But it doesn't do as much as like some that are really volumizing or whatever. So I'm gonna go through and now use the Lash Love, and we'll see how it looks. Brush looks pretty similar. Like, let me get the other one. So I'm not sure. It's a little bit different, but it's basically kind of the same. So I'm not sure if this is gonna add much. They do have like a lengthening one, but that one didn't come into the kit. So we're just gonna use this one and see how it is, just as like a build up off of the other one. And I did not curl my lashes because I'm terrible at makeup. So I did not curl them beforehand, although I probably should have. But I always forget to curl my lashes. So it's just kind of one of those things. So it did do some more. It's not like a dramatic mascara look, which it may have done a little bit more if I had remembered to curl my lashes first. But this is what we got going for us. So there's that, which I kind of like for like a natural-ish look. Headband's falling off again. Okay, so in this kit, it came with a matte lipstick in the shade Crushed Berry. But outside of the kit, I got a lip gloss, which is Cafe à Latte. I don't know if you can see that. It is not gonna focus. But yeah, it's just kind of this shade, which seems nice. Oh, maybe that'll focus for you. There we go. That's the name of it. But I think we're gonna go more like a lip gloss, and see how it does. If it doesn't really have much pigment or anything, then I'll just wipe it off and use the lipstick. It does seem like a tinted lip gloss. I don't think it did anything. I think it's the color of my lips. Yeah, okay, so this I think is kind of like a natural, my natural-ish lip color. Or maybe it's just like not pigmented enough to show up. This is kind of it on my hand. So it doesn't look bad. I'm just like, this color kind of scares me a little bit. Yeah, because it's that bright, like berry, which I think would look good with this. Like have nude eyes and then like a nice pretty like pink lip if you want to go for a bold lip. But I kind of like the natural, like glossy-ish kind of look. But that's it. I'll show you guys the eyeliner really fast. So this is, like, they have a gel eyeliner, but this is just a eyeliner crown. So it just kind of looks like that. Pull it out, just like a normal eyeliner crown. Oh, that's gonna, there we go. Getting beauty guru-ish up in here. Okay, we're just gonna twist that back down so that we don't break anything. Because I don't use a whole lot of eyeliner. I'll probably play with it off camera. But I'm not very good with makeup. And so I'm just gonna use a setting spray, which I don't have Mary Kay setting spray. So I'm using Morphe. This is a Jeffree Star Morphe setting spray. Do spray all over. It smells like strawberries. Well, it's like a starberry scent, but it smells kind of like a fake strawberry. Just kind of like fan it all in. And this is my look. Get rid of that because it's falling off, so you're just gonna have to deal with my hair. Overall, I don't think it's bad. I think if I did my eyebrows would be a little bit different. The CC cream I like as like a quick on the go type of thing. I feel like it does okay, but my cheeks are like still pink, which I feel like my skin's dry, so I don't need to be using matte foundation, but I do use matte foundation to kind of like balance out the pink pigment in my cheeks and stuff, which I feel like the CC cream doesn't quite do. Part of it could be kind of like the blush or whatever. And then I feel like I didn't get any CC cream right here, which usually doesn't matter if I don't get foundation there because I do concealer and that helps. Other than that, I think it's okay. I can kind of go to the window and try to get more natural light. Well, natural-ish light, I guess. But that's just kind of it. I am kind of liking the mascara. I think that did good. I think the one built up decently on top of the other one. Again, I think that like if I curled my lashes, it may be a little bit better. But overall, I'm not mad about it. Ow, I did hit my knee. Okay, so I got one more thing to wrap up this video, and hopefully we'll keep it down. So we do have these travel bags. So this one I got free with my order. So I'm going to open it up. And it has like little pockets I can peel off. So I will probably put the makeup and stuff that I just used in here. Because there's 4 pockets. Kind of zips open. Which one did I unzip? This one. You can kind of like tuck your stuff in there. So you can put like your time-wise stuff in there. Sorry. First time using this bag, so it needed to be expanded a little bit, whereas these ones are kind of in there. So you can put like your time-wise set in there, and like your makeup stuff and body wash, and like this part up here swivels, and so then like you can just hang it on a hook or drop it like that, because I'm a klutz. Like you can hang it on top of the door, on like a door handle, or on a hook or something. And then, like, if I just have this hanging up in a room and I want to go shower in my hotel or anywhere, just peel off, and then I have a little baggie. Or as the sales director for my group mentioned, like, these 4 bags can come off, and so you can put them in the 4 corners of your suitcase, and then this bag part can just lay on top. So like you have your makeup and stuff in the 4 corners of your bag, because sometimes like you can't shove everything down into the corners. So you can shove those down in there, use up all the space in your luggage, and then lay the bag down flat so you don't have like a rolled up big bag taking up a lot of space, which I think is incredible. It's nice. Okay, I lied. That's not the last product. So I'm not going to use it in this video, but I do have a makeup remover that we will use later to remove this look. But yeah, that's it for today. Sorry this video was so long. It's over 35 minutes long. I talk a lot and forget things. And so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And hopefully I didn't annoy you or bore you with my kind of makeup playing from the new Mary Kay stuff that I got. So have a good day.